Good morning, Todd Butterfield, WyckoffSMI.com. LearnCrypto.io, exciting day today, February 23rd, 2024. We are finally launching our indicators for TradingView. So in front of us, we do have the TradingView charting software. You can see here we have our Wyckoff Optimism Pessimism Index, our Wyckoff Force, and our Wyckoff Technometer. So everything doing really well here. You can see, unlike the OP, it's marked aggregate. That means for crypto especially that we are grabbing data from up to 7 exchanges, and you can change these exchanges if you choose to. These are the top exchanges where most of the volume is at, and also have the currencies. So you can change the currency settings as well. So we're bringing data in from currently 35 data points to bring in the 5-minute volume. And again, this is 5-minute volume. So you can change this here to whatever you want. Wyckoff has always used 5-minute data. And then if you want to just look at the exchange that you've brought up, in front of us we have Bitcoin Bitfinex, then you can change this to standard. And this now is the volume for just Bitfinex. And also down here we have the technometer. It's labeled as aggregate, so it's doing a technometer reading on the 35 data inputs. But anybody that's in our Discord, you'll know that sometimes we watch Bitfinex for a technometer reading below 36. So what we do is change this to standard, lower this to 36, let that load. You can see it's working down here as the eye is moving. It's going to repopulate the technometer as you just saw. And then any reading below 36 on the technometer is marked here with these green highlights. And those are sometimes where you want to put on 25 or 33% long positions in Bitcoin, just based off the indicator that we've noticed for a few years here and use. So again, we go back here. Let's change this to aggregate. Go back to the normal 38 readings. Bring that up. Show the indicator. Now let's show if an indicator would not load. Let's say the optimism pessimism will give you an error. It doesn't load. That's a quick fix. All you really got to do is go to settings, change this for just 1 second, just like that. Go back to 5 minutes. Click OK, and it will load again. So every coin, every stock you bring up shouldn't have an issue. We've tested this over and over. There really isn't any problems. I will show you a little quirk in the system right now. Ethereum. You'll see here the OP is going to look a little bit weird. Again, it's on standard, so it's bringing up Binance because we're looking at Ethereum, Tether, Binance. But we want to look at aggregate. So we bring up aggregate, you'll see the force is showing the issue, and you're going to see aggregate's going to do the same thing. And we know for Ethereum, because all you got to do is look at the exchanges, is the problem is OKX had a big volume surge in November. So this is the only chart that I see is somewhat messed up by the inputs. If you go back here, click off OKX, you'll see that everything loads perfectly. Same thing here on the force index. We're using a 10-day length. You can change that to whatever you want. You can change standard and aggregate as well. But once again, delete OKX, and you'll see indicators all load perfectly. So again, I don't think you'll find any issues with the software. We're very happy with it, with what has been built. And you know, if you've taken a Wyckoff or Learn Crypto course, you'll know that we look for divergences between price and volume, which is the OP. So you'll see here, some of these are marked on here. If we go to this here, had the OP hitting new lows, while price didn't. And same thing here, you've got price hitting new highs, and the OP didn't. So we look for divergences like that give us good buy and sell setups. Then we include looking at the force, which is more of a moving average that you want working in your favor, kind of win in your sales. And then you've got the technometer. If you've got an oversold technometer and you've got divergences between the price and the OP, those are trades you want to be looking at. Something else that we'd like to show, the Wyckoff optimism pessimism, as we've shown, is based on 5-minute data. So even though we have a daily chart up, this is not a daily on-balance volume. It's actually still based on the 5-minute data posted on the daily chart. So that's important, and that's how we find more of these divergences, because if you change this to time frame as the chart, you'll see that the divergences that we just had labeled, where price goes to a new high, volume doesn't. Well, volume does if you go to a daily on-balance volume or the daily OP. And here, price went up while volume went up. So again, no divergence, no reason to be a buyer here, which was actually a perfect trade. So again, you'll see changes back to 5 minutes, aggregate, and then these buy and sell divergences show up, which were trades that you definitely wanted to take. So that's the benefit of having the Wyckoff optimism pessimism 5-minute indicator index, and also having it based on aggregate for crypto, because we're bringing in, extremely large amounts of all trading volume when trying to analyze the technicals. And then if we go to stocks, the software loads up stocks perfectly, so no issues with that. It knows to go to New York or NASDAQ. I will say, if you're a big stock trader, at TradingView you want to pay, I believe it's $9.95 extra a month to get all the stock data. So you're looking at, again, all the volume that you can get into the system. But here, again, you can see Apple loaded without changing any indicators. OP force, technometer, everything's perfect. And then once again, we can go right back, bring up SOL. We got some Elliott wave markings on that. In our patreon.com/learncrypto, I do throw a little bit of Elliott wave on some coin charts after we put a position on based on Wyckoff method. So again, you see everything loads perfectly. And just for the heck of it, if we go down to just some random coins here, RNDR is one that's looked really well. You can see, let's see if the indicators all load perfectly. OP, technometer, force. And then let's go and see ORDI. It's going to load as well. So again, you can see everything's pretty fast, pretty quick. No real errors. And again, just to reiterate, if this would have came up blank with a red caution warning, go to settings, change it to 10 minutes, right back to 5 minutes, and it'll load right back. So everything working perfectly. You also can see here that we've added 2 more indicators. They're more like dashboards. Down at the bottom here, we've got a technometer for dashboard stocks and technometer dashboard crypto. And all that's doing is making it easy for you to see 20 stocks, 20 crypto, what the technometer readings are. If they're oversold, they're in green. If they're overbought, they're in red. Again, 50 above overbought, 38 or below oversold. So just something quickly that we added that makes life a little bit easier if you're just looking for quickly, if you know you want to be looking for oversold readings on, let's say, crypto, easy, go here. And these can all be changed in settings. Go to settings, scroll down. These are the ones we've chose, but those can all be changed as well. So happy to provide that extra service as well. Now you can see something else that we added here. Let's move this over a little bit here. Let's put that here in the middle for us right now. You can see that we've added what we're calling a Wyckoff stock sector indicator. And what this does is allows us to look at our Wyckoff sectors that we have set up. So if you go here, you can see on the settings that we've set up our Wyckoff wave new, growth, biotech, financials, etc. You can see what coins and or stocks that make up these different sectors. And then you can see here that you can drag this to any date. Let's say from this date, we want to see how sectors have performed. So it's going to recalculate that, which it's doing right now. It recalculates it from that date. It lists from the date January 17th, it'll show best performers to worst performers. Also then will show up for year to date, 3 months, and also will show the technometer reading for the groups. Because the technometer readings for sectors like this, they are built a little bit different. So you can see here we call them sector OP, sector force, sector technometers. But if you highlight, let's say, retailers, it'll show you that technometer, force, and OP readings for each sector. You can't see that on the screen, but we have that over to the right here. We have the sectors. I can't show that with the current setup, but on the right I have all the stocks inside the stock sectors. And then we have the same setup for crypto. We have our Wyckoff crypto sectors. So again, you can see all these: artificial intelligence, metaverse, layer ones, decentralized finance, etc. We have all these set up with the coins that we wanted to put in it. And then you're able to click the sector on the right, and it'll bring up the OP force and technometer for that sector. And then once again, you can bring over this, let's say, since the recent highs, let's compare it to Bitcoin. There's the Bitcoin chart. So if we compare it to the high on February 15th, we can look at performance, and you can see the best has been zero knowledge and privacy coins during that period. And you can see that AI was really strong, up 110, 111%. But since the February 15th date, they're down 9%. So again, just something Wyckoff is figuring out the least resistance in the markets, the trend, then zeroing in on those strong sectors, and then zeroing in to the strong coins or stocks inside the strong sectors, and then looking for a buildup of accumulation, and then timing it with the 5-minute data and the OP force and technometer to enter position. So we're just trying to make the Wyckoff method easier with these TradingView indicators. So that's all for now. Appreciate it. Go to wyckoffsmi.com or learncrypto.io to purchase, or you can go to TradingView, request access by emailing us at support@wyckoffsmi.com, and once you make payment through PayPal, credit cards, or crypto, we'll give you access. At wyckoffsmi.com, if you are a member of the Pro Traders Stock Discord, you'll receive 33% off of the cost of the indicators. Or if you're in the learncrypto.io crypto Discord at patreon.com/learncrypto, then you also receive 33% off of the cost of the indicator package for TradingView. That's all. Thank you.